Cannons Nige, obviously a tricky few days after departure, Mark. Just give us an update on where things are at and what you've been told for moving forward.
Totally surprised in terms of Mark's departure. We've just been given a simple directive just to sit training for this week. Got the lads in tonight. What Mark's left's fantastic. Left a fantastic group of players, and we'll just give them a bit of a session tonight. Very light, nothing too arduous, and just got them smiling, playing a bit of football, mate.
What have the players been like? How were they at training?
Yeah, they've had 24 hours. It's pretty fresh in it for us. But yeah, they've been upbeat, to be fair. We've got a job to do at the end of the day. We've got to look hard on this week, and we've got to look forward to Spennymoor on Saturday. And it was just a good, light, fun session. That's all we could ask for them, and they bought into it, and it's been fantastic, to be fair.
What is it that you can both do in time for Saturday? Looking ahead to Saturday, what's it about the next few days?
Well, Mark's put a brilliant infrastructure in place. Let's be brutally honest. We've got some good players, and they are good players. We're not going to reinvent the wheel between now and then. There's not a lot that has been going wrong. We're conceding goals, which we know about. We're not converting the chances that we're creating. So we'll probably just look at trying to be as tight as we can, and then just let the lads go and express themselves at the top end of the pitch.
Cannon's been here for a while now. You're obviously quite new to the club. Bit of a baptism of fire for you. How are you finding it at the moment?
Do you know what? I'm loving it. Lads have made me feel settled. Bees, took me in. The amount of time that we had together, as brief as it was good. We had a good conversation on Sunday when he announced that he was leaving. And he goes with the best wishes from myself, Mark, and the rest of the football club. No matter where he ends up, he's left a good foundation. We've got a good squad. But it's football, we have to move on. The club, we've got to win games of football. We don't think we're a million miles away, just fine margins. But we'll put it right. We've got Tuesday, we've trained well tonight, Thursday. We're all looking forward to Saturday's game already. But it's football, it happens week in, week out. We've just got to crack on, we've got a job to do. We've got to get a good feel around the change room, the training pitch, and take that into Saturday's game, and that's what we'll get.
Does it sort of help that you've not got that Saturday game the following week, you've got this week off, so there's perhaps less pressure on getting them ready for 2 games back to back?
It depends on it. If we get a positive result Saturday, then you want to play again, don't you? If you don't get a positive result or a performance on Saturday, then that'll give you and buy you time, whichever way the direction the club decides to go in. It buys Toby a bit of time, if that's so be it. But yeah, either or, to be fair, it can work with you, it can work against you. Hopefully we get a good positive result and a good positive performance, then you'd want to play. So we'll just have to see what Saturday takes.
And looking ahead, obviously we know about Peter Clark having surgery. Is there any news on player niggles and injuries and things like that?
Pete, I spoke to Peter. He's been at training tonight. I spoke to him after his operation yesterday. It's been successful. It's been good. The surgeon said it's turned out okay. Pete's upbeat, as you know what he's like. He's a player, you can't keep him down. He's been positive tonight. I would say a good long chat with him. And again, he's that fit of a player. He could be 4 to 6 weeks with him. In terms of the rest of the squad, they've all trained tonight.
Yeah, no issues.
Absolutely, all trained to a decent level and decent tempo as well. So any niggles that we did have been ironed out tonight. They've all come through it unscathed. So positive, mate. We've got a good squad to pick from.
How are you going to make that decision? What team to pick, what system to play? How will you decide that between you?
That's plenty of phone calls over the next couple of days. Listen, we're going to enjoy it. We've had that conversation. We've got a great bunch of lads, and we know every single one of them will go out there and do a job. We have to look at that. We can only start 11, but every single one of them will buy into it. And they'll be there ready to go on and play and start, or come off the bench. But we'll enjoy it over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Thursday, look at it again, give a little bit more direction, instruction. And then ultimately, conversations.
Listen, James, it's difficult to change it in. We've got one proper session. Today was just about touching base with lads, making a good contact with them. And we've got basically one session. And like I said and alluded to, Mark's gathered a good squad. We know that. So with that, there's not a whole lot wrong. you know, there isn't a whole lot wrong. And I think it's just a little level of confidence, you know, get them enjoying it. There'll be a couple of changes in terms of how we go about our job on Saturday. That'll be it. Nothing, no reinventing the wheel, nothing arduous. Keep it simple, stupid, so to speak, initially, and take it from there.
And you two, I presume, are happy to just carry the baton for as long as it's required?
Yeah, it's my 5th season here, and you know, Toby's, you know, asked us both. He just said, look, you know, can we just keep it going just until something happens, whatever that looks like. So yeah, listen, we know the players. I've worked closely with Mark now for a number of years, 5 seasons I've worked with Mark, so I know how Mark thinks. I know what sort of infrastructure he's trying to put in place, and we'll just sort of like pretty much carry that on. There's not a whole lot wrong, just a little bit lacking in confidence in areas, but you know, it seems to be in good fine fettle this evening. So hopefully, mate, we'll do okay.